Hi everyone, I'm Arundhati and welcome to Yarn Stitch Color. Today we are going to see how to make this classic granny square. That's the front and that's the back. So let's start and see how to make it. So the material that I have here is some cotton yarn, a crochet hook, scissors, tapestry needle and a stitch marker. You can make your granny squares with any yarn that you prefer and a relevant crochet hook. Ensure that you don't take a smaller sized crochet hook. So if your yarn says 3.5 to 4.5 as a recommended hook range, ensure you take 4 or even 4.5. That will help the granny square to be more fuller, otherwise it will look scrunched. To begin making the classic granny square, we will start with a magic ring. I have taken the short tail of the yarn in my left hand as I am a right-handed crocheter. I am going to wrap the working yarn around my two fingers like so to make a cross in the front and parallel lines at the back. Insert your hook head down like this under the first one and pull the second string of yarn through it and twist your hook. Slide the loop to the center of your hook's shaft. Then remove your finger from the magic ring and hold it like this. Okay, just hold the magic ring like this and your yarn is back here, the working yarn is back here. Alright, now chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So these chains are not going to be too tight. Alright, and now we will place a stitch marker in the top of chain 3. So here, under these two loops. Now we will begin on the round 1 of our granny square. So here we will make a double crochet. Yarn over, insert into the ring where you have 2 strings of yarn, not on the side where you have 1. Okay, insert there under both, yarn over and pull up a loop. When you do that, you will have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, hold closer, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our first double crochet. Okay, after this, if you feel that the ring is far too big, you can pull the short tail of the yarn to make it more manageable. But don't close it or make it really small because we have to place almost 12 double crochets there. Okay, and we will place now one more. So we've done chain 3 and a double crochet into the circle. Now we will place one more double crochet. Yarn over, insert into the circle, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now this is called a petal. A petal will be of 3 double crochets, but the first petal will always be of chain 3 and 2 double crochets. Now chain 2 and place one more petal into the ring. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll do this 2 more times. And we have a petal. So now again chain 2 and make a petal. you can pause the video and finish making your third petal. Then chain 2 and one more petal. And the last chain 2. Okay, so here we see we have 4 petals. The first one with chain 3 and 2 double crochets, and then 3 petals of 3 double crochets each. Once you've done that and done the last chain 2, just pull this small tail of yarn to close the center ring, like so. Okay, and now we will close this round. This is our first round. Now we will close it with a slip stitch. So the place here where you had put a marker, we can take it off. Insert your hook under both the loops, yarn over and pull through everything. So we've made the first slip stitch joint here. Now we are left with 2 more double crochets to reach the corner, and we always begin the round from a corner. So once we have joined here, we will slip stitch our way to the next corner. So under the next stitch, insert, yarn over and pull through everything to complete your slip stitch, and the next one also. Now we are closer to the corner. We will place one slip stitch in the corner as well, and here we will not go under the stitch, we will go into the space. Okay, so insert into the space, yarn over and pull through everything. Okay, so to close any round we will do this. The first one will be a slip stitch joint, next 2 will be just slip stitches over the double crochets, and the last one will be a slip stitch into the corner. And now let's begin on round 2. To begin, we will do a chain 3 and attach a marker to the top of chain 3. Now we are working in a corner. Alright, this is a chain 2 space, and chain 2 spaces are our corners. So we will make a corner in a corner. So how do we make a corner is, we have chain 3, we will go ahead to form a complete petal. So we will place 2 double crochets here into the chain 2 space, 1 and 1 more. Alright, so we have 1 petal done and chain 2 as we are in a corner space, and we are going to make a corner in a corner. So chain 2 and place 1 more petal in the same chain 2 space. Looks like this. That's our first corner of the second round. Now we will go to the next corner, but before we do, we will simply chain 1, and now we will make a corner in the next corner. So we will place a petal, chain 2 and a petal here. That's a petal, chain 2 and a petal in the corner, the same space. So whenever I say corner or chain 2, it's actually the same space that I'm referring to. It's this. the corner from previous round. So chain 1 and a corner here, so petal, chain 2 and a petal here, then a chain 1 and a corner here. So meet me when you have completed that. So this is how it looks when we are about to complete round 2. I have done a chain 1 here. Now we will remove the stitch marker from the top of chain 3, insert our hook there, yarn over and pull through everything. That's a join with a slip stitch. Now we will slip stitch into the next double crochet and into the next double crochet and into the corner. Okay, this is when we have completed round 2 of our classic granny square. Now let's go on to make the round 3. All rounds start in the same way. So we will chain 3 and place a marker and place a petal in this corner. So actually a corner in a corner. So a petal, 2 double crochets, okay, that's our first petal, chain 2, and we'll place one more petal in the same corner. So we are making a petal. And then chain 1, and now we will be placing the first single petal of round 3 into the chain 1 space from the previous round. So yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and 2 more. So we will have our petal there. So single petal in the chain 1 space. Now chain 1 and place a corner in the corner. So a petal, chain 2 and a petal. Then chain 1 and place a single petal in this chain 1 space from previous round and continue. There will be a corner here, single petal here, corner here, single petal here. Remember to make all these chain 1s in between. Okay, so we have a corner, chain 1, single petal, chain 1, corner. That's the repeat. Meet me when you're here. That's how it looks at the end of round 3. I've done my chain 1 here. And now join with slip stitch. And always reach to the corner with your slip stitches. Okay, like so. And then that's when your round is actually complete. Now let's go ahead to make round 4. To make round 4, we will again start with a chain 3 and a marker in the top of chain 3 and make a petal. This is our corner. So I have made 2 more double crochets and we have a petal. and because this is a corner, we'll do chain 2 and place one more petal in the same corner. Now this round onwards, it's going to be a repeat. Okay, so you always start with a corner, chain 1, make a single petal in the chain 1 spaces from round below. How many ever chain 1 spaces you have, because every round it will keep increasing. Okay, so you make a petal, chain 1, one more single petal here. Let me place it like this and show. Okay, so one more single petal here and a chain 1, corner, chain 1, single petal, chain 1, single petal, chain 1, and a corner here. So continue doing that repeat, and you can join here with a slip stitch. You can continue to make this granny square for as long as you want and as big as the square that you'd like to have. This is how it looks at the end of round 4. Okay, so I've done my chain 1 and I will insert into the top of chain 3. Yarn over and pull through everything that's attaching with a slip, another slip, one more, and into the corner. So this is where I will do a chain 1 and I can close the granny square if I'd like to. If you want to make more, again you'll start here and do your chain 3 and continue making more rounds. So you'll be repeating round 3 and round 4 sort of a thing. You'll keep repeating it. So you'll always be placing singles into the chain 1 spaces, and that's how the square will keep increasing. So I've done my chain 1 after the last slip stitch and cut the yarn. This is how it looks like. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. If you have, please go ahead and watch my other tutorials too. I would love to know your feedback and read your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe before you leave. Thank you.